Well, part of building a better Bay Area means boosting tourism, and the city could get a big boost with a proposal that would dramatically change Pier 45.
ABC 7 News reporter Suzanne Fawn is live with us here in the studio with details. Suzanne?
Dion, Kristen, reimagining Fisherman's Wharf. This is an 18-page proposal that includes big plans for Pier 45, from a wholesale seafood market to an area for you to see workers processing fresh fish to a food hall. But those are just part of the plan going before the Fisherman's Wharf Advisory Committee May 1st. At Musée Mécanique at Pier 45, there's a certain energy in the air, but the marching band music isn't drawing as many visitors as it used to. The museum's owner hopes the proposed changes can bring people back to his vintage arcade.
And it could be a great attraction for here, especially since these past few years it's been getting a little sparse due to people going out of business.
The proposal includes that experiential museum focusing on the history of the wharf. But it could also bring a new event center to the area, public spaces, and a winery, brewery, distillery. The Bay Area Economic Council says the proposed redevelopment could be what San Francisco needs to bring new energy to Fisherman's Wharf at a time when so many restaurants and stores there have closed.
If you look at the broader national scene around retail, the movement is less shopping mall and more towards those experiences. So whether it's something like a museum or a food hall or something that allows you to capture something on Instagram, really is almost a simple way to put it, right?
The proposed museum would allow people to better understand fish processing. There would also be a food hall that sells seafood.
I do think, doubling down on the area's history, doubling down on that food background that we've got here within the state and within the region, I think this proposal, it makes a lot of sense. And I think it's again something that the city can hang its hat on as it looks to rebrand, remarket itself, kind of do the rebirth of San Francisco that we'll likely to see over the next few years.
The Port of San Francisco issued this statement saying, quote, Fisherman's Wharf revitalized vision for this iconic San Francisco neighborhood aligns with the port's goal of re-energizing the waterfront, supporting the fishing industry, increasing public access to the bay, advancing seismic and flood protection efforts, and making the area welcome to diverse groups of people. And we reached out to Fisherman's Wharf Revitalized. That's the group that proposed the project, but we haven't heard back from them. That plan will be formally introduced to Fisherman's Wharf Advisory Committee on Wednesday. If the Board of Supervisors ultimately approves the project, the group could finalize design and construction in 5 to 6 years. Back to you.
We shall see what happens, Suzanne.